Ever dream of ditching the daily grind for a career you're truly passionate about? I think we all have. Today's deep dive explores how one duo turned their love for food and hosting into a thriving culinary business. Get ready for a London-style serving of inspiration with Grace and Skye.
It's a familiar yearning for many, isn't it?
Yeah.
To find that sweet spot where passion meets profession. What's fascinating about Grace and Skye's story is how they seamlessly transition from seemingly disparate fields to create culinary magic.
Before we dig into their journey, set the scene for us. What were they doing before the aromas of gourmet picnics and supper clubs filled the air?
Their story starts in the world of acting and writing.
Really?
Yeah. Imagine honing your craft on stage and page, then discovering those very skills translate beautifully to the culinary arts. Storytelling, that's a menu that captivates.
Right.
Understanding an audience, that's catering to discerning palates. Even performance itself finds its echo in the art of presentation, turning a simple meal into an experience.
You're right. It's that often overlooked connection between seemingly separate fields. It makes you wonder what hidden talents we possess that could be channeled into something unexpectedly fulfilling.
If you've ever thought about turning your love for hosting dinner parties into a way to make extra income from home, I've got just the thing for you. I've just released my brand new free ebook, How to Host Dinner Parties to Make Money from Home, a step-by-step guide. Whether you're a seasoned cook or just love entertaining guests, this guide is packed with everything you need to know to start making money doing what you love. Inside, I walk you through every step of the process. From choosing your niche, creating the perfect menu, setting up your space, pricing your event, and even marketing your dinner parties. It's the ultimate resource to help you turn your passion for food into profit. Imagine hosting unforgettable dinner experiences right in your own home, all while making money. Whether it's a cozy dinner for friends or a themed night for paying guests, this guide has got you covered. And the best part, it's absolutely free. Just click the link in the description below to grab your copy today and get started on your journey to hosting successful dinner parties from home. So what are you waiting for? Get your free ebook and let's make your next dinner party a hit.
But their story takes an interesting turn, right?
Yes.
Tell me about the supper club that almost wasn't.
They were on the cusp of launching their passion project when the world pressed pause in 2020. Lockdowns swept across nations, and suddenly the idea of shared meals and bustling supper clubs seemed a distant dream.
Oh, wow.
Many would have allowed their aspirations to wilt, but not Grace and Skye. They took a difficult situation and used it as fertile ground for growth, a testament to their adaptability.
And this is where their sourdough story comes in.
Precisely. While many dabbled in sourdough during those stay-at-home days, for Grace and Skye, it was more than just a trend. It was a culinary boot camp.
Wow.
Their dedication is evident in the sources we have. Grace, for instance, reworked her cherry clafoutis recipe 8 times to get it just right.
Okay, for those of us who aren't quite up on our French desserts, paint a picture. What exactly is a clafoutis?
Imagine this. A warm, custardy dessert with a delightful, almost pancake-like texture, studded with juicy cherries and a hint of almond extract. It's rustic, yet elegant, and after 8 attempts, Grace's version was nothing short of legendary.
I can almost smell it now. But it wasn't just about perfecting pastries in isolation, was it? Tell me about those legendary picnics.
Picture this. London parks, bathed in sunshine, the gentle hum of conversation, and nestled amongst it all, these beautiful, sustainable picnic baskets brimming with gourmet delights.
Okay, stop. You're making me hungry. What kind of gourmet delights are we talking about? Paint a picture for our taste buds.
Think artisanal bread still warm from the oven?
Oh, wow.
Paired with a selection of creamy cheeses and homemade dips bursting with flavor. And of course, no Grace and Skye picnic would be complete without a generous slice of that legendary cherry clafoutis.
It's more than just a picnic basket. It's an experience, and such a perfect fit for the moment, too.
Exactly. They tapped into that universal desire for connection and outdoor experiences during a time when people were craving both. It was a recipe for success, proving that sometimes the most innovative ideas are born out of challenging circumstances.
But they didn't just rest on their picnic basket laurels, did they? They eventually transitioned to a full-fledged catering business. What sparked that evolution?
It was a calculated risk, timed perfectly with the easing of lockdown restrictions.
Okay.
As London started buzzing again, So do the demand for catered events, dinner parties, and yes, those supper clubs Grace and Skye had initially envisioned.
It's like their adaptability gave them this incredible business foresight, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. They recognized the opportunity and seized it. They could have easily clung to the success of their picnic venture, but they understood that growth often requires flexibility and a willingness to evolve. It's a valuable lesson for any aspiring entrepreneur.
It's interesting how they found their niche in a city that's already a culinary melting pot. What did they bring to the table, so to speak, that made them stand out in London's competitive food scene?
It's that unique blend of their theatrical background, their commitment to using fresh, seasonal, locally sourced ingredients, and their ability to craft a narrative around their food. They understood that dining is not merely about sustenance. It's about creating an experience, a story that unfolds with each bite.
And let's not forget their commitment to sustainability, which is more than just a trendy buzzword these days. They've really woven it into the fabric of their business.
It's certainly not an afterthought for them. Sourcing locally reduces their carbon footprint while supporting local farmers and businesses. Their seasonal menus ensure that ingredients are at their peak flavor, and the use of compostable packaging minimizes their environmental impact.
In a world overflowing with takeout containers, it's refreshing to see a business so dedicated to making a difference. It makes you wonder how we as consumers can better support businesses like theirs. But beyond sustainability and theatrical flair, what's their secret sauce for turning passion into profit?
Their approach to building a business is as inspiring as their food. They're transparent about their journey, sharing valuable insights that resonate with anyone seeking a similar path.
Give us the highlights. What's their recipe for success?
One key ingredient is their embrace of failure as a learning opportunity.
Okay.
Instead of fearing mistakes, they view them as stepping stones, a crucial part of the creative process.
It's that always learning mentality that seems to fuel so many successful entrepreneurs, isn't it? But it's not just about passion and perseverance, is it? There's also a strong business sense that underpins their success.
Absolutely. They emphasize the importance of knowing your worth. This resonates deeply within creative fields, where undercharging is often seen as a necessary evil to gain exposure. Grace and Skye flipped that script. They understood that undervaluing their time and skills not only diminishes their own efforts, but also devalues the entire industry.
It's a powerful statement, but it takes courage to turn down work, especially in the early stages. Did they share how they dealt with that pressure?
They were very intentional about seeking out honest feedback, not just praise. They actively sought constructive criticism, understanding that it was crucial for refining their offerings and ensuring their business was sustainable in the long run.
That makes sense. It's about building a business that nourishes their passion, not one that burns them out. Speaking of which, they're no longer beholden to casting calls or waiting for the phone to ring. They're calling the shots now. What impact has that had on their lives?
It gets to the heart of why so many people yearn for this kind of freedom. They're the directors of their own destiny, shaping their days around their own creative vision. While the sources acknowledge the long hours and inherent risks of entrepreneurship, there's a distinct sense of fulfillment that comes with forging your own path.
It's empowering, isn't it? To find that sense of agency, especially in a world that often feels dictated by external forces. But it's not all sunshine and clafoutis, right?
Of course not. They've traded the perceived stability of a traditional career for the unpredictable roller coaster of entrepreneurship. But they seem to embrace the highs and lows, understanding that freedom often comes at a price.
Their story really resonates, doesn't it? They took a passion for food and spun it into a successful business with heart, integrity, and a commitment to sustainability. It's inspiring on so many levels.
What I find most fascinating is how this story, while deeply personal to Grace and Skye, also reveals a larger truth.
Yeah.
Within every industry, within every individual, there's potential waiting to be unlocked. It reminds us to embrace flexibility, seek out opportunities in unexpected places, and never underestimate the power of a well-crafted clafoutis.
It makes you wonder what's simmering on your own back burner, doesn't it? What passion, what hidden talent are you ready to bring to the table?
Perhaps this deep dive is the nudge you needed to start cooking up something extraordinary.
Until next time, happy cooking.
So what are you waiting for? Get your free ebook, and let's make your next dinner party a hit.